What up, what up, what up, what up?
What's going on, y'all?
DJ J Mathis, DJ J Rock, and the one and only Andy Mack joining the live stream. We about to do this. We about to do this a little different from what you guys are seeing.
Well, we got good audio too.
How you gentlemen doing today?
Doing good, man. It's Sunday, Fun Day Sunday.
Oh yeah, man. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, man. It's good to get with you guys today. You know, we got a lot to talk about, fellas.
Yeah.
we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
We're gonna start this off, man, because we're gonna get a lot of people up in here. And if you got questions, please put your questions in the box below, and we will answer them to the best of our ability. First, I would like to once again introduce Andy Mack and let you know, man, I've been following you, man, since you only had 100 or so subscribers, and I've watched you grow to the DJ that you are now. Not that you were ever from the time I started. That's why I started watching, because you were amazing DJ. I'm like, this guy really good, man. So what led you to become a DJ? What was your motivation?
The ladies. I became a DJ kind of late. I was 19. I started DJing like off virtual DJ, but out here in Cali, in my area, we have this thing called party crews. And basically we throw like, house parties or whatever, and each crew would have their own. Well, I grew up in a small town outside of Fresno, which is a bigger city, and it's called Sanger. And me and my buddy we started a party crew, but we didn't know any DJs, because out there in Sanger, like the only DJs out there were like dudes that only did quinceañeras. So we seen that you could get a free trial on virtual DJ, and that you could hook up like 2 old house speakers. And yeah, man, that's how we started DJing. It wasn't like, like I've always wanted to become a DJ. I was always fascinated by DJ stuff, like the American DJ catalogs that come to my house, and I would like circle what I would want to buy if I had like $500. And it was always like turntables and a mixer, but I never thought anything of it. And my earliest memory of even seeing a DJ is like from the movie Juice, DJ GQ. That's it. I mean, so I just started DJing like that, man. It was like, hey, like, we're throwing parties, we need a DJ, I'll DJ. And yeah, back then I used to like pop and lock, so I thought I knew like music pretty good, I thought I knew like dance. Yeah. It worked out like that.
Well, I can relate to that because back in the day, I watched, if you were in my era, you watched House Party, and back then they had Martin Lawrence as the DJ, and I just thought this guy was dope.
Yeah.
1 to 2. I'm like, I didn't care that it wasn't real. He was just a DJ. I was a young buck, and I feel like, going through my neighborhood back in Detroit. Now I'm in Atlanta, but back in Detroit, I always loved music. So I had to blast my music from the house, from my cars, from my trucks, whatever. And to get that reaction from people on the street dancing. And to this day, I don't have that type of sound system in my vehicles now, but I remember when I got with my wife, boy, she used to hate it. The hoochies, the music. She'd just hit pause on the remote or on the stereo in the car, like, she shouldn't be dancing. No. But music is in our veins, man.
Yeah.
It's in our veins. And, I got started from a friend in Detroit, DJ Lex. He was on a local radio station, 105.9, and he took me under his wing as a roadie. I knew someone that he knew, and then I was asked to be a roadie for him, man, and I roadied for him and seeing what he can do, and I was interested, and I roadied for him like for the next, I want to say, 12 weeks, back to back. The man is busy doing stuff in casinos, for bands and everything. And one day we was at one club, and he stepped out of the DJ booth. Now I've been watching this guy for a couple of months at this time, so it was time for the song to end. I'm looking at, he had some Pioneers. I think he was on the with the 800s. Well, anyway, it was fading out, and it's the platter blinking. I'm like, oh man, it's time. Right. He at your bar ordering a drink. I went in, I transitioned. Now, I wasn't no pure mixing because that was my first time ever touching, but I watched this transition.
Yeah.
So I did the simple fade out to the next track. At that time, I guess he was running back to the booth, and this guy, he just looked in there and he said, "Oh, you got it the rest of the night." So I'm like, "Oh, shit, I'm a DJ." So I sat there and I basically the whole night faded out, this and that. I didn't know nothing about beat matching, this and that.
Yeah.
But my love for the music, the dance floor never became empty.
Yeah.
And other than my roadie fee, he paid me more. And I said, that's what I'm doing for the rest of my life. That's what I'm doing. I think in Detroit, that was about, for club gigs, he was probably making 150, 200, but he gave me $100.
Damn.
I'm like, oh man, that's it. Doing something that I like and do the time, man. Just like, and I know both of you guys can relate. Practice makes perfect because I learned so much. I've learned more from when I moved in Georgia than I knew when I was in Detroit, because here it gave me the opportunity to follow J-Rock, to follow Andi. It gave me that opportunity, which made me want to DMX because I wasn't messing with lighting.
Yeah.
I wasn't messing with lighting. You know what I'm saying? I was, but it was on sound active, but I wasn't DMX.
Yeah.
I've only been DMX in the 5 years I've been here because I instantly got into it, man. It was crazy. So, and I know J-Rock, you said you were doing it, then you stopped.
Yeah, for me, I started DJing in like '85. My older brothers used to DJ, and so I would never forget. They came home with 2 turntables and a mixer, and I'm at the trunk of the car like, "What is this?" and so I started in '85, and I stopped in '96 once I moved to Maryland. But from '96 through basically now, my wife and I, we built a recording studio, stuff like that. So in 2012, my wife was like, "You're miserable. You need to start back DJing." And so that's when I was like, "All right, you got to do it too." I thought that was gonna be my easy out, but boy, was I wrong. So she was like, "All right," and so that first year, 2012, was more of a learning thing. The software, MP3s, lights, and all that. So we officially rolled out in 2013. Fast forward 3 years later, it's like, we got a pretty decent setup, pretty decent inventory, and our whole motto is just exceed the culture. When we step out there, we're not just stepping out there representing us, we're representing all the other DJs that came before us that's currently out there doing it. So,
right. So, yeah, I can relate, man. I watched you. It's like I told you, man. When I found you, when you got that NS7, and your wife was on there singing a song.
Bang, bang, we got it. Bang, bang, she got it.
Yeah. So, but Mr. Andi, he deals. I mean, I've seen this guy play with, and he's done some reviews on some controllers, and he's a turntablist and a mighty good one. Is there a particular reason why you like sticking with the 12s?
It's just the feel, man. That's all it is. At the end of the day, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's been plenty of times where like I wish I had a controller because like I was like, man, I gotta lug my tables all the way across town and set it all up and then break it down. And, I mean, I've borrowed plenty of controllers and like setting it up was like easy.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I can't get away with those 12s, man. Like I think like even if I ever bought a controller and all that, I don't think I would ever sell like my pair of 12s. I would always at least keep a pair of tables in general.
Which was my mistake,
It happens, man.
Yeah, when they came out with controllers, I sold my 12s to get some CDJs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I started. My boy Lex, he had 12s, and so I started on some 12s. And then it was like you said, lugging them around, and I'm like, oh man, the industry is getting lighter. It's getting lighter.
Yeah.
So now, and we all are witnesses to seeing how 12s then came back. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And you got to look at the prices. I say, let's say about 10 years ago, you can get a pair of 12s for $200.
Damn.
Yeah, people was trying to get rid of them, man. For
Yeah.
the lows. You know, 200 may be stretching, but it was lows. Now they want, 700 or better.
Yeah, or better, yeah.
Yes, 700 or better.
What's funny, I got a pair of 1200s for $80 last summer.
Gold boys.
The gold ones. Yes. I was like, I'm not gonna use these.
Were those hot though?
No, they wasn't. The guy was moving away, and so he actually moved to Cali, and so I recently sold them for $1,200. So now I'm on a mission to get as many 1200s as I can.
$80, man. That's crazy. I think like if a dude would have told me like, yo man, I'll sell these to you for $80, like it would have been hard for me not to be like, word, like I would have just tried to like be poker face out, man. Like, all right, yes, I guess I could do that.
I might be able to come up with $80.
That's crazy, man.
I want to give a few shout outs, man. I'm looking at this list, man. We got Warren, man. Warren's a good dude, man. Let me start this off by saying I'm the admin for YouTube DJs on Facebook, and I believe it is lined up with some of the most DJs that I've ever seen on media or on YouTube. Yeah. And Warren is something else, man. So, oh my God, his participation into the group is like, it's just amazing, man. So I got to give Warren a big shout out. Look, we even got Isaac, man. We got Isaac up on here.
Isaac's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
I met him with Isaac a few times, man. He lives in Sanger. That's where I grew up. That's where I went to high school.
Okay. Yeah, he be trolling me though, man. He be holding a group on my trolling me, man. He be trolling.
That's that Sanger in him, man. We're all trolls. We're all over.
but that's my boy though. That's my boy, man.
Isaac's a good dude, man. Good dude.
We got Trilogy showing up. What's cracking, Brian and DJ Rod and the rest of Trilogy production. So also Warren is on his normal. He's on here. He got two YouTube channels, man. He got DJ Dilemma and who else? Who's that? Oh, Warren. His own personal name, Warren.
You representing twice.
DJ Rod on here, man. He used to work. Oh man, he's a exceptional DJ too. Have you seen him? He did a lot of stuff. He's with Trilogy now.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got some 12. And the boy is good. Now, if y'all watch me quote him in the group as Jake, because he used to work for State Farm. So he used to work for State Farms and now he's with farmers. So I say, oh, now you work for State Farmers. I still call him Jake, man. But yeah, we got some exceptional DJs in our group, man. And everybody, of course, follows Andy Mack. When we did our blend video, I know we have a lot of DJs that don't do much blend. I don't know what their mixing skills are like, so I try to keep my blend simple.
Yeah. I
gotta say, you, Andy, Soakin, and Jimmy. Man, yeah, when y'all see me on video, I'm like, oh, these jokers done cute me.
I tried to do a little something simple too, man. I didn't get too crazy with it.
Loved it, man.
So I kind of got a secret weapon. I live with a bling critic. If I can't impress DJ Beloved, It don't leave the studio. If she's not over there dancing, oh, I'm not doing my job.
That's good to have, though, man.
Well, yeah, man. I wish I could get my wife on the ones and twos. I swear, I wish I could, boy. It takes some pressure up off me. When I go out, I got my son who's my roadie, and he's learning the process. You know, he hasn't did any DJing, but you know, I do uplighting and all that. And as far, he decided to learn BMXing first. So
wow.
Yes, I'm not knocking me, man.
That's impressive.
Yes, he know where my fixtures goes. What channel do this need to be on? If they got changed or something, because like I just did my company's Christmas party, man, and I was so pressed for time. Oh, did this? I set up on stage. The lady in our office, she said, "You're going to be on stage. This place held 1,500 people."
Damn. So
she said, "You're going to set up on stage," and I said, "Okay, no problem." So I get there. I set up on stage. Because of the size, I took 2 KW 181s, which I may add killed that facility. Them 181s ain't no joke.
Those motherfuckers bump.
Man, that's the biggest venue I actually had the pleasure of using both of them in, and they handled it with ease. But anyway, our owners now, our company, we are a multi-million-dollar company that I work for, and they are Indians. So you know, they're very particular how they want things. So they get there, and I just finished setting up. And y'all know I use facades, scrims, all that. He said, "You got to break this down." I'm like, he said, "We got the cake going in the center." And I'm like, I was told to get center stage. No. You got to go over to the corner. So, man, was I upset to have to break all that down. He was like, this is my boss, man, who signs my check. He said, "Do you want us to help you?" I said, "I don't want y'all to touch a damn thing." I was just upset. I apologized and this and that. I'm surprised I still got a job, but I'm a great employee, so I wasn't worried about it. But yeah, man, we get down, you know, to break down, and I was setting up twice at one event. You know what I'm saying? We go to them, but you know, kind of convinced my boy Andy. J-Rock has always been a QSC brother of mine, and Andi also joined. I don't know. I was super happy when Andi joined the QSC. I was super happy.
I always thought QSCs were dope, man. So like when I was looking to get some new speakers, I was like, why don't I just fucking buy them? You know?
Right. Yeah.
We got
a couple of people, man, like Buster B and Royale, and Burnout. DJ Burnout got some passive. And he got some power, but he's been more on his passives, and he's looking to get another set. Like he was looking at them dual JBLs, and I said, "Hey, bruh," I mean, I met this dude in person, man. Great dude. You know, he came here to one of the weddings, and a true DJ. He walks up, said, "What's up, Jay?" And I was still setting up, but I had the DJ equipment set up. I was doing the lighting. He said, "Can I get on?" That's a true DJ. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and he got some hell of a skills too. He got some hell of That was his first time on the SZ, man, and he fell in love. He was like, "I might have to get this."
I remember the video you posted.
Yeah.
I was excited. Wow, the brothers together, real YouTube DJs.
yeah. And he, you know, he was driving truck then. He about to get back into driving truck, but he was driving truck, and it just so happened he had a load here in Georgia. And I guess wherever he had to drop it, he still drove 4 extra hours without his trailer just to come hook up with me, man. I have nothing but respect for that brother. Yes. But
Jump Down's a good dude. He used to give me a call here and there. He was a cool dude.
Oh no, not Jump Down. Burnout, DJ Burnout.
Oh, Burnout. Oh yeah, Burnout. Yeah.
Yeah,
Burnout's a cool dude too, man.
What's
up with Burnout? Where's he at?
He's on there. I just spoke with him. I speak to him on the phone more, and I just said something to him like 2 days ago. Like, you've been kind of quiet in the group, but you know it's Christmas time, so he's been working extra hours and stuff. So that's why I told the fellas in the group, you know, I'm not going to be on their back about showing themselves.
Yeah.
Because it's Christmas time and New Year, people got them gigs. Yeah, because this summer was one of my biggest summers. I got probably about 15 gigs I did not video.
Damn.
work and then prepping music and doing gigs, I'm like, man, I'm just tired.
Have you noticed that it's getting harder and harder to vlog the gigs? It's like
Copyright, the copyright stuff. Yeah,
it's like it's becoming real challenging.
you know, we were looked down upon once we were, because when I used to play the music, and then I went back to what's the term? What's the phrase I want to use when you put music over your video?
That's like an overdub track.
Yeah. So I would do that, and then a couple people were like, man, you need to go ahead and play the song so they know that the part. No, we got to find we got to find some royalty free music. Nah, man, it's sad. But yeah. I don't put my videos on there for other DJs. I don't do that. I do that for my clients.
Yeah, no, yeah. There's a like two different categories when it comes to gig logs now. I think back in the day when it first started, it was more like
technical and turntables and wires and
it was all that. Now it's like gig logs went from like being a helpful tutorial for other DJs to a marketing strategy,
a full-blown sales tool.
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those things like you just gotta go down the road and be like, all right, well, what kind of DJ am I? Like, am I a mobile DJ? I should use gig logs to my advantage to market my services. Am I more of like a tabletist club dude, do some mobile gigs? Well, it's gonna be more for tutorial purposes.
DJ Beloved now.
You can't do both, really.
Right. DJ Beloved now, we watch a lot of gig logs, and so we've noticed something that we're beginning to hate about gig logs, and that's gig logs where they spending 5 minutes driving in the car to the gig.
Yeah.
Those we find ourselves just turning off. So we say, you know what? We're not doing that ever again.
Yeah. You know what? It's really easy to find yourself doing that too, because you'll be driving and you're like, you know what? Right now I got some time to talk to the camera. You put that on, and before you know it, you have like this 10-minute video of you talking. You're like, well, I can't put 10 minutes in, but I'm gonna put in 5, and go from there. And then you only got 2 minutes of event footage. That's your gig log. That's usually like what ends up happening. But yeah, I'd like to start doing gig logs more, but I think because where gig logs are out now, I'd kind of like to come up with a different type of term, because mine are more tutorial based. So I wouldn't want to call them a gig log, because they're not like that anymore.
No, I got what you're saying. But I don't know, man. Your videos though, I can honestly say you go so deep in depth with your videos that I have nothing but respect about how you do your videos.
Yeah.
I like to go to the comment section, because we got people over here talking to us. DJ Rod, aka Jake from State Farmers, said he started as a bedroom DJ.
We all did.
Yeah, we all did.
We all did. But I watched him, his YouTube things, and the boy is good. Now he's with Brian with Trilogy, man, and they're doing some big things. And let's see. Brian from Trilogy says, I don't know, we converted our channel so it's more for the DJs, no longer using it for the clients. Well, that's all actually choice. So yeah, and I've noticed that because his videos have been more descriptive, let people know what's going on with how he's doing what. And so yeah, I can see him switching to that. Brian created a team, man. I don't know the other 2 cats that's with him, but I follow him strongly, man, and he's doing great, staying busy. Yeah. He's putting up at least 1 or 2 videos a week now.
No, yeah, he definitely stays busy from what I've seen on his channel. Yeah. Because it could get really redundant and repetitive as far as like gig logs. We could like, yo, check it out. Today we're using these 2 QSCs. The deal already, especially if you watch one person for a long time. So I think the last gig log I did where I spun like at a new bar in town, I showed footage of like me doing like some live transitions, but I put over the video some text of like what was kind of going on in my mind and why I was playing those certain songs. And I think like
that's a great idea, actually.
Yeah, I think it's our job to kind of step outside the box as far as when it comes to like a gig log that's more for like other DJs versus the clients. I mean, to really show them like all right, like I'm doing this because of this, even though I'm not telling you verbally, like you can see me doing it and I'm like describing everything I'm doing and why I'm doing it like that.
I remember that video.
I think a lot of people actually like mess with it heavy.
But I can't stress enough how much respect I got for you and the things you've done as far as showing other DJs and how you bounced back when your apartment got broken into and stuff like that.
That was all bad.
Wow.
But we pay attention, man. I have to pay attention. I like to read people, and I seen you pick yourself up. You not that you laid down by it,
yeah.
Because you said, you know what? I remember when it happened. You got your new set of 12s, and you never let it stop. And it's by the grace of God that you was able to get back to you came up missing. But you are a person who, it's like I said, your videos, man. It's almost like watching an actual commercial advertising. You're perfect with it. You're not. There is no shyness to the way that you put your point across, and I have nothing but respect to that. Now, just the same as J-Rock, man. You know, we started following each other, and I watched him and his wife become who they are now. You know what I'm saying? And oh man, Andy, it's like I said. I'm gonna jump back a minute, man. This guy J-Rock and his blends. He be coming. I be jealous, like, oh my god, oh my god. You know, Andy killing it on the scratching techniques. Like J-Rock killing it on the beats. I'm like, this guy here. I be sitting up there like getting it like.
Thanks, man.
I hear playing and like, he done killed it. So that's why I say, man, our group and also in the DJ cafe, man, I watch some of them cats in Andy's group, and a lot of them are doing things, man, and it's about the craft. It's really about the craft. Like, not to be all over the place, but Andy, what made you want to start scratching?
Well, I guess the movie Juice, man. Like, it's just what it is. Growing up, like, growing up not knowing anything about DJing, if you were to think of a DJ, my thought was a dude cutting it up. It's just what it was. You know, when I thought of DJing, I didn't think of a dude doing mobile gigs. I didn't think of a dude rocking clubs. I thought of a dude scratching and competing, things like that. So the very first time I was ever able to touch vinyl or anything, like, that's the first thing I tried to do was scratch. You know what it was like.
I remember when I first tried to scratch, man.
Yeah.
I remember the horrible sound that it was like. I thought I was like, that's dope, ain't it? I looked over, my boys got their fingers in their ears like, dude, cut it out.
See, with me, I try to compensate for my lack of scratching skills with my blending.
it makes a difference because it's like I said, man. You know, I tried to do it on I don't know, Andy, if you ever got a hold of J-Rock. You remember the old Kenwood DJ table?
The belt drive?
Yes. That's where I started. Man. And, you know, I didn't get the motion. I just thought if you push the record back and forth, it was a scratch DJ.
And if you ever DJ'd on belt drive turntables, I started out on a pair of Sherwoods, which was probably worse than the Kenwoods. And from there to the Gemini belt drives. And it wasn't until probably 1990 before I even got my first pair of 1200s. But that was a game changer for me.
And I still want a pair, man. Andy was supposed to send me them black boys, but he played me on them.
Those black ones are nice. Sometimes I look at them because I know the dude who I like gave them to or whatever. And, yeah, man. Sometimes I'm like, man.
See with the 1200s, I've been looking for another pair because I want to do a custom rebuild. I don't want to send them out to have them done. I want to learn how to rebuild them and refinish them and just make a special set to sit in the studio and look pretty. And I play every weekend. Like my collector's edition is what I want. So I'm going to build those.
We got a question from Ray H. I guess you guys can answer it. How many belts did you have to change?
Wow. I think I probably went through over a 5-year period. I want to say probably 6 pair of belts.
Wow. Wow. I gave up, so I didn't change not one. I gave up, like, man, I'm tired of spending money. I didn't change no belts. I'm not going to even lie. I didn't change no belts. And speaking of that, it was always in me. Before I had the SZ, I had the Denon 5000s, the Denon 3500s. And I remember, Andy, you did that video on the 37, the Denon 3700.
Those are dope. I had a pair of 3500s back in the day, too.
Yeah, so, I had to, for a while, I had to stay with the moving platters. And I remember, from the time I moved to Georgia and I got on YouTube, got to looking at a bunch of DJs, I fell in love with the SX, which is right here behind me. Now, that's not what I bought. I told a lot of peeps, I said, I'm about to jump on this SX, man, stop carrying these damn 3500s. And the next day, Pioneer announced the SZ.
Yeah.
And I told everybody, I said, screw the SX. I said the SZ, man. I say I had to have it.
Yeah.
So I can honestly say I believe I'm the first person in the US with it, because I looked on Guitar Center and every other DJ website to see who had it on pre-order. So one morning I wake up, look, it's time for me to take my son up to his bus stop. I open up the laptop, go to Guitar Center, they had it on pre-order. So there wasn't open yet. And I knew the one by me opened up at, I think, 9 or 10, whatever day it was. The 10, if it's on Sunday, I think it's 9 through the weekday. So I called at 9 o'clock. I know, you get that first call on your job, you're like, who the hell is this?
9 o'clock on the dot.
Yes. So I asked for my man, Kane, who works in a DJ, the audio portion. I said, it's Kane there. He just came, what's happening? I said, it's Jay. I said, man, I'm looking for the SZ, man. I know y'all got it on pre-order. He said, Jay, we got 2 that just arrived. We just pulled out. One is about to be displayed. I say, hold it. And I took my son up there. My son was already at the hill, but I stayed basically in my, I think I had a conversion van. I stayed in my conversion van, and I drove straight up to Guitar Center, man. And I was like at the door, my tongue on the window, like, and I walked straight in. I couldn't walk fast enough. You walk through the door and you try not to run.
Yeah.
So he already had the box in there. He was the only one. He said, we ain't getting another one for probably about another 3 months. He said each store only was given 2, one for display and the other for sale. So since we're East Coast and we're like, 3 hours ahead of you, that's what I'm saying. I give it here. And
See, it's funny. The same way you felt about the SZ is how I felt about the NS7. We had the first NS7 video on YouTube. We had the first unboxing, and I was super excited. So when the NS7 III came out, it was a logical upgrade for me. Yeah. Because me, coming from turntables, I love the moving plotters. So it was like, in my mind, that perfect bridge between both worlds, digital versus analog. So when the NS7 III came out, I said, all right, called my guy. Yeah, we got one in stock. But so I said, you know what? I'm going to pass. I'm not going to upgrade. So that later that night, B-Love was like, go get it. I want it now. So I went and got it. So we did the first unboxing for the NS7 III on YouTube. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? And so Newmark commented or something. I was like, this is cool. Newmark commented. Yeah.
Have y'all got a chance to look at Warren's studio?
I have not.
The turntables he got, man.
Yeah, he has a lot of dope stuff, man.
Oh my God. Warren is his studio is DJ heaven.
Yeah.
It's just DJ heaven.
Hey Warren, if you tuned in, post a link to your YouTube channel in the comments so I can come back and take a look at that.
Yeah. His studio is dope, man. Especially like if you're into turntables, like his studio is dope.
Oh my God, yes. But we gonna move on to another topic. We got people in here talking. Warren's got my 707. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Now, Andy, you personally deal with quite a few record pools, man. Because I try to tell people, sometimes you got to, uh, 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 like I deal with BPM Supreme and I deal with Video Tools myself. Now,
Yeah.
they don't have everything. So, like with some of these crazy wedding requests or no matter what you got to get for a client, I also have a YouTube MP3, converter. Them tracks I can't get from my.
No, you got to. You got to have one of those. It's just what it is.
I'm not with the tone of a lot of people who want to be DJs not joining a record pool at least. You know what I'm saying? So, out of your experiences, go ahead and give us a kick on some of the record pools that you really dig.
Well, like the ones I've been like with for the longest and don't see myself ever getting off of is Club Killers and Mix Show Tools. Club Killers is like, I would say like right up there when it comes to quality with like DJ City. They're just not like the marketing phenomenon that DJ City is. But Club Killers is like a group of like really experienced, talented like Vegas DJs that have the dopest edits and all that. So when I first got on Club Killers, they weren't huge yet. I got mentioned it. Somebody mentioned it to me, and then like I jumped on there, but they had like their website was like still old and all that or whatever. But I noticed that all their music was like exactly what I was looking for as far as their edits. Like a lot of things that I like to play like real hype sets, and they had like a lot of hype edits. And then Mixel Tools is like where I get everything else, where whatever I need. Like they send you things in bulk or whatever through email, and they send you a bunch of emails throughout the week. And not only that, they're like, I would consider them like the mom and pop shop of record pools. I mean, if you got a question, you'll talk to the dude who runs it right away. I know when my apartment got broken into, Mixer Tools reached out to me and sent me $50. Like, hey man, like I know you're going through this shit or whatever, and I hope this can help you somehow. And ever since then, I knew I was like, I'm never gonna leave Mixer Tools or ever like.
That's awesome, dude. That they did that.
Yeah, like, and I think at that point when my apartment got broken into, I seen how many people like really messed with me and like how my videos in general, like, like helped people or whatever. Because after that, I mean, I never expected so much love from a situation that was so bad, But yeah, Mixer Tools is dope. And then I'm on and off of Beat Junkies all the time. Like Beat Junkies, if you want that golden era hip hop, that boom bap backpack hip hop, because I do a lot of hip hop shows and a lot of art shows. So yeah, that's where I get all that weird stuff that I'm not playing in the club. You know what I mean? But if I'm doing a lot of club gigs and EDM gigs, raves and stuff, I probably won't ever visit Beat Junkies, because I mean their selection is cool, but I mean if you want breaks and beats, like you're gonna go to Beat Junkies. If you want EDM mashups and all that, you're gonna go to Club Killers. And if you need that newest 40, you're gonna go to Mixshow Tools because it's already in your email box.
Right. I can honestly say I joined Mixshow Tools due to your video. So I checked them out. So yes, I am part of Mixshow Tools myself. And yeah, you hit that nail on the head with that one. But let me see in the comments.
Thing when it comes to DJ. and if you have really bad quality music, you're gonna hear it right away, especially to a veteran DJ. I mean, I've been in clubs where dudes are playing YouTube rips, and like as soon as the song comes on, I like notice a difference in quality. Some of the crowd might not, but I'm right away like, who's playing that? Like, so yeah, if you ever want to be professional or want to take anything serious, man, you definitely have to be a part of record pool. Have to.
Okay. I'm getting a message from Brian on my phone saying we lost the YouTube stream, but it's back. Yeah. I'm not looking at it per se, but yeah.
It still shows connected on my side.
Yeah.
I got a message too, and I just refreshed the second computer that I have, and I still see us live.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think it's like when it comes to with streams, man, like it goes on and off like for everybody. Everybody's different.
Yeah, that's just it also depends on your data, man. What carry you with, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. How strong your internet connection. Yeah. So it's I'm with Comcast. I don't know in what state some people are in, and how good theirs is, man. But Comcast don't fail me.
Yeah, I use Comcast too, and I got their highest speed package. Cause I wanted to make sure I could download from the record pool as fast as all get out.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
I'm trying to get something. I got a buddy messaging me. He want to know where's the link at, so I'm sending it to him right now.
Quick question for both of you guys. In 2017. What do you plan to do differently with your DJ business than you did in 2016?
Well, me myself, if you don't mind me going first, Andy. Me myself, I'm doing the full LLC this year. From my experience and a few other cats that I know who have the LLC. I don't have an LLC. Now, I didn't get an LLC for personal reasons. It got nothing to do about taxes or anything like that because I pay my taxes. But where I am, and for those that follow me, you guys see the type of setups I have, the type of equipment I purchase. I don't go low, so I'm not high as if some DJs I know that's just crazy high. I'm like in the middle, but that's just my market.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of big businesses, man, that I would like to do some things for. And with that LLC, it will open up them doors. I got a lot of calls in there. Do you have an LLC? You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people looking for that. Rydell Martin, he's in the YouTube DJs on Facebook group. He's in Texas, and he got an LLC. From the time he got his LLC, this man has not had a dead weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. He's doing schools, car dealerships, big name corporation parties. And he went with his, I think he's in Paris, Texas, and he's on the Chamber of Commerce. So any companies out there looking for entertainment, they deal with companies that's on the Chamber of Commerce. I mean, just the same as where you are. When you get your LLC and you get on that Chamber of Commerce, all the local dealerships and businesses around you will contact you. They contact who's in their area before they contact people outside of the area. So he's been staying crazy busy. And I watched him also grow.
And his tagline is always working. I'm like, he ain't never lied.
Right. Yeah. He's a school teacher too. I believe a gym teacher to be exact. I could be wrong. He may be teaching more than just gym because he got so much love from his students on his personal Facebook page. It's ridiculous. Whatever he is, he's a good, honest, and blessed man. So, and he deserved the business that he did, man.
Yeah, I agree. He's a good guy.
Yeah. So, I'm about to before we go somewhere else, I'm about to share my screen with a few of you people. Let's see. I want to show some people some of the things that I do. I'm over here. Let me enlarge this. These are some of the photos that your boy do, man. You want to talk about being serious? I keep it all personal. That's my beautiful wife. Don't nobody be looking at my wife. Okay. I get crazy. Man. Let's see. Man, I got some crazy stuff on here, man. You know, that's one of the newest setups. Let me scroll down just to
That facade, man.
Huh?
That facade is nice.
You know, I used to hate facades, and now I don't ever see myself setting up without one.
Well, yeah, Andy. You know, in case you don't know, Andy, every facade, this one down here, this one, and of course, where you at? Oh, this one right here. I build my own facades. All my designs. Yeah. You just can't tell on this one. This one got diamonds in it. It was daylight, and I was on the side view because right at this venue, it was chairs in front of me, so I couldn't get a good picture. So it was more like a little lounge area, man. Look at them ribs, man. Man, I can cook. And then there go your boy. There go your baby right there. That's the SZ, man. SZ with the beats, Show Express, the MacBook, car keys. But yeah, man, it's about
my internet's tripping.
Oh man. It's about you know, it's about taking your craft serious, man. I have a lot of people that ask me to build their facades, man.
Yeah.
They straight up ask me to build their facades, and I keep it honest. The wood that I use, if I like, I mean, and I don't mean in a bad way, but if someone asks me to build it, you might as well go to one door and drag your front door, because I use premium wood and it's not cheap. So if it's gonna cost me $150, $200 to build, would you think I'm gonna charge you to ship it and make some money off?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just the truth, man. So I don't build for anybody. Because they wouldn't like my prices. It's not about me being greedy. They just don't realize what type of wood I use.
And how much time it goes into that, getting it built, and
yes.
Especially the diamond ones. That's a lot of cuts.
It has to make sense for you.
I'm glad you said that, J Rock. Here you go, right here. Come on. Oh, I guess I need to enlarge it. And if I don't lose it again, here you go. Come on now, open up. See the diamonds in there?
Wow.
Oh, that was nice, yeah.
And then, you know, this place, man, it's crazy. We talk about how our clients, they paid money for this event. It was supposed to have been TVs, etc., all that. But when I got there, the tables, you see where the table's at? Right here, they ended up setting another table.
Damn.
They didn't booty me. I was supposed to have all this wall. In the wedding, their decorator, she put tables. This is a table right here at this window. So I'm like,
wow.
Yes. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I contacted the bride, and I hate it doing. I was like, you're not gonna get the package you want, but the price don't change.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm cool. Just go ahead. She was upset about it, but she was like, what can we do? Because the lady said she can't move the tables because of the amount of guests that this wedding was having. So they ended up putting the table right here in front of me, man, and it was crazy. It was just crazy. I was so disappointed in that. So disappointed, bro. We get them like that, man. Them demanding clients that I mean, it's not so much of the client. That was the event planner. That was the event planner fault right there, man. But yeah, I take my craft very seriously, and so just the same as I watch J Rock, you know, yeah, you wouldn't get a facade for
a while, man.
Yeah, you grab another one, and it was like, okay, he's up on a bandwagon now.
Just like yesterday, we did 2 lighting only gigs, and so we just said our little light.
He used the facade for that.
Yeah, I used the facade to cover my little lighting workstation. And so the venue manager walked up and was like, wow, you guys are just look nice. There's no cables anywhere. So she was just blown away that we went, you know, that we was able to control all the lighting in the room, and she couldn't see any wires.
Yeah.
It's,
That's the beautiful thing. You got people like I'm gonna bring it up, Andy. I'm gonna bring it up. Mike Sanchez, who don't like facades. I mean, that's his own personal preference because he uses a lot of trusting. But I'm like, whether it's in the case or not in the case, you setting your equipment on and off there, you gonna just scratch it up, beat it up, do whatever. You know, me myself, I ain't telling everybody else to go out and do this, but I have a Grundorf table, and that's a $150 table. You know, it adjusts to the height that I want it because I'm like a 6 foot tall guy. You know, not that tall, but the other tables are too low, and it started, you know, with age, it started killing my back.
No, yeah, I believe it.
So even if you look behind me, I'm sitting in a office chair. You know, right now this is sitting on some blocks. Some. I think I posted a video, a picture in the group. There's these razors that I got from Walmart, and this is a 4 foot table, and I raised it. I got the table sitting on all 4 of them, and it's raised to the height that I like.
Yeah.
So man, a lot of people don't think that this DJ game won't kill your back, and it will.
Oh man, it will. I think one of the first things I ever seen when I first started DJing was like, I see a photo of where your arm should be on the deck, and your arm should be bent like at a 45-degree angle. And ever since then, like I go for that height. So when I made the DJ table that's in my studio, I have it at that height where it's a little high. When I would do mobile gigs or whatever, I cut some pipes that would go under the legs and get high for me. Because even like just stacking them on the cases, it was just not high enough, you know? So yeah, I don't know, man. I seen DJ Ross said, where the cold ones at, bro? I'm not drinking any beer right now. But I am I'm sipping on a little bit of 1800, so I'm getting a little loose, man. It's a little cold in my studio.
Yeah, man. So for those of you who are tuned in, we got some things in store coming up on the next episodes, man. You know, I got to give a shout out to. I got some Atlanta DJs. I got a lot of DJs in Atlanta trying to connect with me, but a lot of them are trying to connect with me to Mooch info. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? I take a look when people friend me, and some may call it right, some may call it wrong. But when I get another DJ from my area, I don't care about anybody outside of my area. But from my area, I check them out. You know what I'm saying? I've even had a little boy, even just yesterday, call me. He don't realize he even called me 3 times. I'm doing a school project on DJ pricing. Not for real, kid. Whoever you with want to know what price, you know, so they can beat me. You know what I'm saying? I swear on everything I love. This was
look, somebody done put their son up to some shenanigans.
3 times, man. I'm in Griffin, Georgia now. My other home was in Hampton, Georgia, which is 30 minutes north of here. And this same kid, I don't forget this voice. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, I'm doing a school project on DJ pricing. So yesterday I say, well, I don't DJ anymore. Okay, thank you. So he can stop calling. You know what I'm saying? That was the 3rd time, you know, and I was like, what kind of questions? I say, would you like to meet for an interview? Yeah. Oh, no, this will just be fine. No, come on, kid.
I charge $3,000 an hour.
Yeah. You should have said some crazy shit like that.
You know, I started to, man, but, you know, that's just the kid that somebody put up to. But my point is, man, there's a lot of DJs. And when I look at them on Facebook and, you know, I don't care about YouTube, but I look at their profile on Facebook and they sitting wires everywhere, horrible this or horrible that. I don't judge them by that, but I said, you know what? Now I know why you trying to friend me. You know, there's this one cat, and he's using like 4 tops, old tops. They beat up. You know what I'm saying? If they work for him, they work for him. But now I know why you trying to friend me. You know, somebody messaged me and said, "What are them things on your speaker stands?" And I can answer so much, but you have to do the research. I'm not going to research it all for you. You're not going to get it easy.
It's called Google. It's such a powerful tool.
Yes. Yes. Andy Trilogy. Brian said something. Oh.
Yeah, I seen that. I didn't change, man. I just got older. My vocabulary grew a little bit. You know? That's all it is. I read a couple books. So.
He also stated that he don't use a facade. He hasn't been using a facade lately either. So, and I noticed that in one of the pictures he posted on the Trilogy page that they've been actually doing the table. He said he been kind of got lazy on it, but look, your packages sell, man.
It boils down to, do you want to have a technical setup or do you want to have an elegant setup?
Exactly.
You know, it's like for me, my setup itself is highly technical, but I want it to present elegant.
Exactly. If I may, Chuck Lamar in our YouTube DJ group on Facebook, Chuck Lamar, I just purchased this home that I'm in, and so the wife wanted to move in, and she had a specific date, and I had a gig, so I called Chuck and I said, Chuck, I got this gig. Can you do it? He said, yeah. We talked about the date and this and that. I told him what they wanted. So what I did was, I said, all you do, you bring your speakers and you bring what you used to mix on. I said, I'm gonna give you the lights, and I took him one of my facades because my objective was to give this lady exactly what she ordered. You know what I'm saying? So he used my facade. I took the lights for the facade that I used to light up. I lit it up. I gave him my American DJ Tri-38 system for the dance floor. And I promise you, 2 weeks after that, Chuck went and bought him a facade. Because to sit back and DJ, and I'm sure he may have took pictures, it changes.
Hey, Chuck, welcome to the dark side, the facade side.
Welcome to the dark side. Like, let me see. I got another message, man, from that. I sent him the link.
What's up, Rockin' Ray? DJ Rockin' Ray tuning in the chat box. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a dope name, Rockin' Ray. That's a tight name.
Yep, DJ Rock. He rebuilt Technique 1200s. He's a beast with it.
Oh, word.
Okay.
I remember one time, like, I changed out some RCA.
He rebuilds them?
Yeah, like he keeps spare motors in stock, and I'm like, so I told him I'm gonna take a trip to New York this spring.
That's Ray?
Yeah, Ray H. He's in the chat box.
Okay, yeah. I seen him up there before. Ray, you know you can be my best friend. You got some 12s, man.
He rebuilt them jokers, man. I'm like, wow, teach me.
Hell, Andy need to connect with him. Andy, he's a pretty tech savvy guy himself, but
that's a whole different ball game, man. There's been I think I swapped out a couple RCAs once on some techniques, man, but I was nervous with that soldering iron. I was like, oh man, if I fuck this shit up, I'm gonna have to take it to some dude and be like, yeah, man, I don't know what happened. Damn well knowing that I fucked it up.
I went to school for welding, so soldering is the easy part for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. You gotta watch your drips, and all
that shit.
Woo, don't drip on the wrong part of the board and burn that board.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, nah, I'm gonna take this to somebody who like knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, so so Ray, you gotta probably after this video link, because
he's on my Facebook. I share his info.
Yeah, he gonna have to post a link for all of DJs out there on some 12 that need to get them fixed. And I don't know what his prices is, so, and we don't want to say I'm on here, but somewhere in their own state may be charging too much.
Hey Ray, don't forget my commission check. Cut the check, buddy. Cut the check, buddy.
Right. This here brought to you by Ray H's Repair Service.
www.rockinray.com.
Yeah. And speaking of, I'm glad Jimmy said that. J Rock said that. Andy, what's up with your website, bro?
Oh, my website?
Yeah.
I think I'm at this point in my career, man, where like, if you've noticed, like I haven't really posted a lot of videos. I think I'm at this point in my career because I had like this road I wanted to go down with. I was like, I'm gonna be a club DJ. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna all this shit, right? So I get a website. I do all that shit, right? But I think I'm trying to like change directions in my career in general. Like I find myself being more of a DJ's DJ versus like a crowd favorite. So I think I'm just gonna go like the Red Bull 3 style route, and everything I do from now on is gonna be super exclusive. So if I drop merch, it's gonna be limited. No restocks. When I open up a website again, it's gonna be like super like just. I'm just trying to build a brand, and I learned that from like because I feel like nowadays, like I got the idea from like independent rappers. You don't buy their music, you're buying the brand. You're getting the merch. If you get their CD and it comes in a cool box with like a figurine or whatever, you're buying the CD mostly for that exclusive box that's not gonna get restocked.
Like that $2 million Wu-Tang album.
Exactly. So I'm trying to make everything from now on pure quality over quantity. Like when I first started YouTube, I was like pumping out videos like a machine, man. Like I had so much I wanted to say. I put up like 200 videos like within like a year, like pumping them out. 3 videos a day at time. But now like everything I do from now on, I just want to be pure quality. Like I have a jetpack backpack review I'm working on. And I mean, I like actually am reviewing this thing. Like I'm taking it out to gigs, I'm testing it, all that. Before I used to just get the product in and be like, I'm gonna do a review on it. Like I just fucking got it. Like I don't know if it's gonna last me or whatever. So from now on I want everything to be pure quality, That's just where I'm at in my career. Especially with my website too. Like I felt like I was getting so excited with like a lot of things and like the way my shit was moving that like I wasn't putting out pure quality. I was putting out cool stuff, which is cool, but there's a difference between being cool and putting something out where like people are gonna go, wow, this is quality work. When you have quality work, whether you have a small following or a big following, it matters. If you put out quality work with a small following, people are gonna assume you have a big following because it's quality work. Like the guy who just won the 3 style, DJ Puffy. I've been watching him on YouTube for 3-4 years. I started watching his videos when he had less than like 40 subscribers, right? But from the very beginning, like when he first started YouTube channels, he always had a videographer. So I assumed this dude was this big thing, And now so many years later, he just won the 3 style. And his brand is so much bigger than what it is because it always looked like he was a big thing, even if he probably wasn't, because he had a videographer, he had somebody editing his videos. I just assumed this dude was already a superstar. And now he's a superstar because of it, So I figured like from now on, like it's just gonna be pure quality, like anything. I'm still gonna be myself, but I want the videos to be like, damn, like, this is a good ass fucking video,
You have a plan. You have a plan. So I have much respect for that. Let me jump off for a minute. Retro Class Entertainment, Mr. Martin. We just spoke of you, brother. You got to when we finish, you're gonna have to go back in this video and check us out. We spoke in the video a little while ago. But yeah, I'm with what you're doing, Andy. I just had to ask that question because I see where you're trying to go, but as a person on the outside looking in at the stuff that you've done and been doing, I'm like, this guy can go somewhere. And I know, man, I hate to say it like this, and I don't mean it in a bad way. That's the bad part about being in Cali. Because just like our group, man, we got so many DJs. My phone will not stop ringing. We got so many DJs, man, in California. You know what I mean? So it's almost like a competition thing, kind of. So, you put yourself in another state.
You think your market is saturated? I'm a member of a local DJ group here, and it's 838 members in the group.
Wow.
Damn.
838 members.
I'm in Cali, but I'm in like a smaller city, which is Fresno, right? So I think out here locally, I have respect. But out here, since it's a smaller city, it's like there's a lot of DJs and it's very dog eat dog. Like when I threw a DJ meetup, I didn't know if 5 people were going to show up or 50. Lucky enough, like 50 people showed up. But it was definitely one of those things where you really have to like build your respect just through what you do in general, or how you mix or how technical you are. I think from the outside looking in, I probably think, there's a lot of times where I'm like, damn, dudes probably don't like me, like, because, I can be cocky at times, I could be like, yeah, like, what the fuck, like, because I voice my opinion. But it's because I'm passionate about what I do and how I do it, Like, I always looked at it like this for, like, anybody who's, like, trying to further their DJ career, whether it's mobile DJs, club DJs, or turntablists. If you're from a small town, you and somebody from a big town or a big city are still watching the same people compete in these huge competitions. So just because you're in a small town doesn't mean that you should have a small town mentality and be like, I'm just trying to be the best in my town. You should say, hey, I'm trying to be the best in the world. I mean, I'm trying to be the best in my state. I'm trying to be the best in the nation.
Music without borders.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't need to say, because when I first started coming up, I would say that like I want to be the best in Fresno. I want to be this, and I had friends who were like, I want to get out of Fresno. I want to get out of Fresno because Fresno's whack. Fresno's whack. I never had that mentality of like, whoa, I need to get out of Fresno and then get big in LA. I was just like, well, I'm gonna stay in Fresno, do my fucking thing, build my respect, and then dudes from LA will know my name because of my brand that I built on social media. You know, that's why like on my Instagram videos, like I show skills, like I show transitions, I show, you know, cuts, things like that. I might not be the best out there, but I'm showing what I could do, and that's saying a lot more than dudes that don't show anything. You know, because it's real easy to sit back and like critique and do all that, but unless you're showing anything, like it's really hard to build respect that way. Very, very hard.
You're only as good as your last gig. In our business, your last post. So if they think if you haven't uploaded a video or posted in 6 months, they think you haven't worked in 6 months.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily true. You just been too busy working to shoot an edit video.
Yeah, I know. I left the club scene like maybe like 2 years ago. So when I first left, like 8 months later, I was like in a barbershop and people were asking me like, hey man, you don't DJ anymore? Just because I wasn't like, yo, catch me this Thursday night at whatever hookah lounge, you know, like. But when I came out and like I would see other DJs and they'd be like, how you been, whatever, and I would be telling them, oh, I'm working. They would assume I'm working like a 9 to 5, but I've been in the studio practicing my craft, working on my craft. So now when I do, because now with my gigs, I'm extremely selective. I turn down 75% of the gigs I get offered here in town. I'm either gonna do them because it's a friend's night, a friend's club night, or it's a show that I think is worth my time where I can be more of an artist, not DJ. But now when I, you know, do
hold on, Andy. You mean to tell me you don't like being a human iPod?
Nah, man. I think I don't know, man. Like, you know, there's a misconception with that too. Like when it comes to like some people are like, oh, you shouldn't be an iPod. But if you think about it, in most people's iPods, you probably have like anything from like R&B to like classic rock. So in a way, you do have to be an iPod. Because you have to know all that shit and be able to mix it.
Here you go. Like, an iPod with intelligence.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I mean?
You know,
the newest iPod.
I think I want to see how much Andy knows. So let's do this. Let's do this, Andy. Look at that, man. I started following when he was had about 100 damn people. Look at this, man.
I haven't even checked that. Yeah. You know what's funny is like it's cool to see like related channels like DJ TLM, DJ City.
Oh man, that's another guy. We're gonna get on that topic in a minute, but check this out to see.
That's a weak mix too, man. It's not my best mix. You know what this mix was? This mix is like, hey, I got my buddy's S9 that just barely came out. Let me pop out a mix real quick so I can get some hits on YouTube.
Yeah, I see you doing that on that S9.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. S9, you know what, man? The S9 is a hell of a mixer. And when it first came out, I was like all for it. Like, yo, I think I'm going to get rid of my 62. But honestly, man, I don't see myself getting rid of my 62 anytime soon to get an S9. I mean, the S9 is a beast.
I've been hearing some good things about the S9, though.
Well, the S9 is dope. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know, man. It's just something about like the rain, like fader for me. Like it just feels like home. And I mean, I can't leave that.
Yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I could do some shit on an S9, but I mean, I can't see myself selling my 62 to get an S9. You know what I mean? I didn't even know I had 5,000 subs. I haven't checked that in a long time.
Oh man, see,
that's nice to see.
5,635 to be exact.
I think the last time I checked it, I had like 4,000. That's cool.
Man, let me see. Where we at? I got to show them this. Let's see. Where we at? No, that's this one. That's this first bling one, man. I'm gonna try to skim through some of these. Excuse me, YouTube DJs on Facebook. I got to get the Andy Max, man. I gotta show them this. real quick. So I'm gonna try to. It's coming up somewhere. I don't remember where. There go J Rock. I gotta show y'all. That's J Rock's blend.
Hella quality video and shit. Dual
He
screen.
posted things that make you want to dance, man.
Exceed the culture.
Come on, here we go.
I'm not sure if they can hear your audio, but
Can y'all hear it?
I can't.
I can't either. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, you can, Andy?
I can't.
Oh, wow, that's wild. Then it's pointless then. I'm just gonna let you share my screen and not listen to the audio.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah, let me see. Does it do anything? Oh, shit.
I know on my blend, I didn't want to do like nothing super crazy, so I just used a little trick with the 45 button. I thought that was different.
Oh, dude, that was pretty dope. Speed it up, and both you was on sync on both decks too.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. Y'all could. I'm sitting up here listening to Andy's other mix. That's discouraging.
Hey, speaking of sync, to sync button or not to sync button?
I don't think. I got in my Serato. I know some people watching this probably say, hey, that's virtual DJ 8 Pro in the back. But no, I DJ with Serato, and I have my sync feature disabled.
Yeah, I don't really.
Me
fuck with
too.
sync.
Because
I
where
just think it's pointless, honestly.
yes, where it sits on the SZ, it's easy to accidentally hit it. So I disabled it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest and say I use the sync button, but I remapped it to fire samples and not enable sync.
So
Yeah.
the sync ain't syncing.
It's not syncing. It's firing sample bank 1 and sample bank 2.
Okay.
That's smart. That's actually extremely smart to do. That's convenient too, because
It is. So I don't gotta switch to nothing. It's right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really messed with sync only because I could do it myself. So
Exactly. That's the whole point. And it's like I'm not gonna call names because they may not want their names known. Somebody when we started doing these land videos, somebody asked me, "Can we use sync?" And I told them, "Yeah," because they may not beat matches is good. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they don't do the type of music we're doing because in our blend challenges for the group, once again, that's Facebook. YouTube DJs on Facebook. We do blend challenges and we do things different from 80s blend with R&B vocals, et cetera, et cetera. We got something else coming up, and I haven't told the fellas what it is yet, but it's coming. A lot of DJs be like, I don't usually do that genre. I'm going to do probably some Latin. You know what I'm saying? I can't say Spanish. I can do Spanish, pure Spanish.
yeah.
If you're a true DJ, it's the beat. Don't worry about the lyric. It's the beat. You know what I'm saying? So that's how your blend is going to be performed. So I don't care what genre it is. That Christmas party I just told y'all about. And J Rock know about this because I had some. They were Indians and they listened to Bollywood. It's not all about the indie music, but their genre is Bollywood.
Yeah.
And I had some they requested, so I connected with J Rock, and I know because he's always doing something with Bollywood, and I say I need some Bollywood, just to have. So towards the end of the night, which I played a lot of Bollywood, man, they came up there high-fiving me. These Indians, my owners, my bosses, and some of their family members, and I couldn't understand not one vocal in it, but I can understand beats. You know what I'm saying? So. It was being mixed flawlessly.
Yeah.
So and if you can't, and I challenge some of these other DJs that may watch this to go, if you got a record pool or even if you rip off YouTube, to get a genre that you're not familiar with and to do a mix. I challenge them to do that. You know what I'm saying? That'll help them. Incorporate other things with their skill set. You know what I'm saying? Andy, we watched you do hip hop, R&B, EDM. I haven't seen you do country yet though.
I got some country at it. It's just like for me, man, country puts me to sleep. So
it puts a lot of people to sleep, but
I mean, I can though. Don't get me wrong. Like,
I believe you, man. I got.
Now I'm gonna mess both of y'all heads up. We did a 9-month residency in a country bar.
Damn.
Every Saturday for 9 months, and
I would have sleep.
It was by far an awesome learning experience.
Yeah.
I mean, we learned so much, and it just made us so much better as DJs, forcing ourselves to step out of that comfort zone. So, I got in touch with my inner white guy.
You would show with a cowboy hat.
We gotta do what we gotta do sometimes, man. I was asked to do a couple of country events, and it actually turned out good. And I had tons of country. I even loaded up a file, man, for our members. You know, in our group, it's not, if you don't know no one, we don't want you asking someone, you know, you can't join today and then ask me or J Rock or Andy for music tomorrow. That's not gonna happen.
I probably won't message
you. Know what I'm saying? Right. You get booted. You get booted. But we've been in this group for some years now. Congratulations, fellas, if y'all ain't
it's been a long time. Yeah.
It's been a couple of years.
Founding fathers.
Yes. We're the ones that don't create trouble. It's actually, and the ones that comment and post and like. We're like a big, huge family, man. It's nothing you can ask of us, and we don't try to help you out. You know. Yeah. She got my wife asking me, "Am I ready to eat?" Gotta tell her, "No, I'm still alive." You know.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, that's my wife.
My lady's the same way, man. I'd be like doing random mixes on Facebook Live, and she'd be like, "Yo, get off that shit!" Like it's late.
see, in my house, it's like I'll be spinning. And she'll kick me off, and she'll get on the spin. Then I kick her off, and then the kids would be like, yeah, what time is dinner?"
Ray, you right, man. Yeah, that's my whole point of saying what I said is to get out your comfort zone, man. And it's like Ray, if you know Jay Right, if you got YouTube videos, man, you can join the YouTube DJ group. That is part of what makes us, man. Everybody in our group have a YouTube channel showing live mixing or gig logs, but basically it's just proof that you are a DJ. By being an admin, I probably have deleted and blocked over 5,000 to 6,000 people.
Damn.
Because, yes, over in other countries, you know, you got a lot of people, man, want to join groups, and some want to steal your info. So I scream. I really scream.
No lurkers.
Yes. No, you get in, you got to comment, you got to post. You know, we don't have people that just sit around. It's Christmas time now, and they tell you at one point we were close to 100 people, and now we're probably at 50, 60 people, because if you don't comment, we don't need you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody put their 2 cents in. And if you look in the chat box, you see Trilogy. That's Brian. Brian is not on social media anymore, but he is still on YouTube, and he stays in contact with me, man. He's a member. He's not in the group because he's not on social media, but if he ever come back, all they got to do is let me know he back in, because he's one of the true ones. And these two guys that I'm enjoying this chat with, they're the true ones, and I'm grateful that, you know, I got with J Rock, and it was no question on who our first guest should have been. That goes without saying, man. It's no question. I talking to J Rock, he say, "Who you want to have on?" I say, "Andy Mack." He said, "That's perfect." That's it. That's just the truth, man. You gotta have Andy on here, man. You know, we're gonna be interviewing, like I said, a lot of people, man. You're gonna meet some other YouTube DJ members at one point. You know, if you're doing something, you're gonna make it to the show. You're gonna meet some outside people. Andy will also, more than likely, depending on schedule, we would get more into it. Andy has some things coming up for some live footage and some video chats. We're going to have lighting discussions. You know, a lot of people was on here. We actually got some good feedback, y'all, but no one asked questions about lighting. So I think on our next one, you know, if you got questions, man, you ask it. We're going to make sure that we're going to answer to the best of our abilities. You know, that's Ray, they taught us that we must. Here you go. Stuff. What people was talking. As soon as I start reading, it just jumped. I don't know what's up with this. Oh, Trilogy. Oh, respect. Oh yeah, Brian, you know that. Oh, Andy didn't know this, but I use the Dry Rack PX, and I've always used it. And Brian from Trilogy sent me this, and he messaged me and told me he was going to send it. And I said, "No, Brian, you ain't got to do that, man. You know, I'm about to. If I wanted one, I'll go ahead and jump on one. And I'm thinking about grabbing one for small gigs." And he says, his words honestly was like, "No, Jay, I want to send this to you." So I say about 2 weeks went by, and he messaged me he said I got kind of busy. I said, "Man, don't worry about it. Don't send it."
Yes.
He said no, and he got mad. Brian got mad. It was like, "Jay, I'm a man of my word." I'm like, "Brian, I'm not
chill, bro."
He was like, "No, I'm sending it." I'm like, and I told him, I said, "Don't send it, Brian. It's nothing stressed out. You still my little brother."
Yeah.
And it came in the mail.
Damn.
You know, so that's the type of dudes we got, man, in the group. You know, we got some amazing characters in here, and now he's saying he's disappointed. What are you disappointed about, Brian?
He's disappointed that Mike wasn't the first to be on the live stream.
Nah, I'm not disappointed in that. You know what I'm saying?
See, but it's kind of funny. You got people like Brian that recognize and appreciate and to show that respect. Then you got people on the totally opposite end of the spectrum. Take, feel entitled, da 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 da. No, it's like I don't have to do this. I don't have to share any knowledge.
Yeah,
I do it because it's the type of person I am.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is like I released like 2 videos talking about DJ drops. 3 videos actually. The very first one was like, "Yo, I'm gonna show people how to make like a DJ drop the absolute cheapest way possible." I mean, because everybody wants a DJ drop, whatever. I should never did that shit. If you in the comments, "Can you please make me a DJ drop? This is my email. Can you please make me a DJ drop? This is my email."
Wow.
Like, and I still get hit up today. I got hit up by some kid like, "Yo, they always start off so nice. Yo, I'm a huge fan. I love what you do. This and this and that. You think you could make me a DJ drop?" I'm like, "Yo, dude, you started off so nice. If you would have just continued to conversate with me, I might have just done that for you. But the fact that I seen your motive like that, nah, dude. Like,
yeah,
it's not like it shouldn't be gimme. It should be, all right, I learned how to do this. Now I'm gonna do it myself." And that's the one thing I always, with my videos, I'm like, I'm going to show all my tricks and everything I know. And for some people that might be taboo because they'll be like, "No, this is my special secret weapon." But
right.
I mean, if you do a transition super dope, right? And I'm like, "Yo, that was tight." It's going to inspire me to step up my game. That's the way I look at it. But some people are just straight up like, "Oh, I see what he did there. I'm going to do exactly the same thing and call it mine." They won't use it as a tool to on some new tracks or something different, you know. There's a lot of people, man, that are like that, and I think that's my only gripe about YouTube is there's a lot of those people that are just like, give me more, give me more. You know, it's like, dude, you're not Britney Spears. Play it chill. I mean,
that's why that's also a reason why I had some product unboxings and reviews that I took off of my channel because I had a lot of people asking this, and just the same as the facade topic. How do you do this? I got a guy, and I haven't had altos, and I don't mean this in a bad way, because I'm there, because I'm still answering questions from videos I've done three years ago, you know. But I'm out of the altos. Everybody know I'm running a whole QSC system, and the guy gets on there, and he's asking me, should I jump on these altos as my budget speakers? So I give him my honest opinion. Now my altos, I let them suckers bang, man. I'm not gonna lie. They bang.
Especially for the price.
Yes, especially for the price. Keywords, especially for the price. My only quirk with that first set was them horns. The tweeters inside them sounded amazing, but they blew easy. And when I got mine from Guitar Center. I had the pro coverage on them. And when a guy yelled in there, and I didn't have the drive right because it was a speaking event, and he took the mic and he put it up and he screamed in the mic, and pop one of the horns.
Damn.
No problem. I got pro coverage. So I took it to Guitar Center, you know, and well, I went up there and got the pro coverage because I couldn't find my pro coverage stuff. You know, it's in the system up there. So I called pro coverage. They told me, okay, they're gonna find somewhere for me to send it. And then come to find out, now mind you, when I jumped on my alto, they were $349 each. Okay, $349 each. Pro coverage called me back and said, we're just going to refund you the money because the tweeter in it cost $400 more than the speaker. So they refunded me the money and I just bought another one.
Yeah, might as well, right?
They losing, you know what I'm saying? But altos, going back, not DJ Jump Down, I just convinced him he just got a set of the new alto. And I know they improved better on the...
Yeah. The ones that are all sleek, they look like QCs.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
No, you know what? They look nice, but those motherfuckers are sharp. Like I literally ran my finger across like the edge, and I almost cut myself. I was like, "Yo, this is kind of dangerous, like for speakers." Like, but don't get me wrong. Like, if you were to look at them from afar, you would either think there's some QSC or like some EBs. You wouldn't know they're altos at first glance.
Evie even went to that almost a similar glare of QSC.
Oh yeah, especially
these right here. If you just look at them, look like QSCs, but they're EVPLXs.
Yeah. So, you know what it was?
ZLX.
QSC set that standard for how an elegant DJ speaker should look, a professional DJ speaker. Because if you notice, all the other speakers for the most part are real blocky, very simple edges, straight boxes, or either weird round boxes, you know. And QSC was the first one that came out with like this nice, super sleek edge, man.
A defined look.
Yeah, and now they're all coming out like that, all of them.
Off the subject.
Even Harbinger has some speakers. That
yes, I seen that.
Yeah, you know,
that's
not like shit, but they look nice. Yeah,
that's the Guitar Center's brand. That's their product, and that's what one dude in the auto area told me. Andy, I gotta say something. You gotta see what Rod said. He says you still owe him a DJ drop because he was one of those kids.
Yeah, I believe it, man. There was a lot of it got to the point, man, where as soon as I seen the word drop in the comment, I wasn't saying nothing, man. I was like,
what's up, Buster B? I see you out there. Buster B came in.
A lot of my old videos, man, I'm like, man, I should have never put that up. Like, I still get comments all the time about that shit.
Yeah.
I never said like, yo, what's going on, yo? This is Andy Mac with Andy Mac DJ drops. This is what I do. No.
For $5.99, you can have a drop today.
Yeah. I even showed them I even showed them where to go to get DJ drops. And they were still like, yo, can you make me a drop? Yo, my G, crazy, man. I just showed you where to go.
I'm gonna put this out there now, y'all. It's so simple to get a DJ drop. Go to Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com. I've bought plenty of DJ drops there. There was, I can't say who he is now because I can't remember the name, but I got 3 DJ drops for $5, and they are professional.
That's all you need. I mean, DJ drops just need to sound good, clear, and simple.
That's it. You need
to be able to understand what they say. I've never liked those drops that have like hella long, like.
That's what I was about to say. Don't get a DJ drop. Hey, this is DJ J Mathis shouting out from Atlanta, Georgia, and I want to see let everybody know I'm on a 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
DJ drop just going on, and people dancing, looking at you like, what's your mind? You know, it's a lot of people out there. It's like some DJs who just want to talk too much on the mic. You got to know, I'm in and out. When I'm doing events, I'm in and out. I went that one event where Chuck Lamar did that. I said, you know, I took him off the side there for him before he jumped on one. And he'd tell you, I walked in there, he was in there mixing up, blah, blah, blah. And this was a Sweet 16 he was doing. And I walked in there because it was almost over. What's up, Chuck? He was like, what's up, Jay? Kids out there dancing, gigging. I just grabbed his mic. I was on the mic, but I didn't talk too much.
Yeah, you got to know when to talk too.
Yes, I got out there. I just wanted them. It was the end of the party. I wanted them to hype up for the birthday girl. That's it. You know, Chuck could tell you, what's up? That's my main man right there who was just texting me. Main Source Productions. He said, what's good, everyone? He's here in the A, y'all, with me. So, good dude though, man. But it's a lot of these DJs, man, don't know Going to shut up. I just got a couple. I just got a couple contact me. Not mind you, they booked the DJ and paid a deposit. And so when they contacted me and told me this, I said, "So what made you contact me?"
Yeah.
We seen his work and he just talks too much. He kind of bores the crowd. But I said, so, but you gave him a deposit? He said, yeah. So they went on my website and I didn't hear nothing else from him. Now I seen the guy again because the guy is always at my barbershop. I said, what happened to your y'all contact me? Because they wedding date passed. She said, well, we didn't have a problem going with you. It's just we already gave him a deposit, and when we seen your prices, my wife was like, that'd just be too much money. Mm-hmm. And which, like I said, I'm not high because I had a $500 package, and I don't think it's a DJ in California that's going to do any type of small wedding for $500. You know, I think from all my experiences, all Cali weddings start off at $700. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the market that you in, same as Cali and Miami and stuff like that.
I always tell people, market yourself like the real estate. It's just the price of living. If it's a high price to live there, it's a high price that you're going to charge. It's just what it is.
Right. Yeah. It's about how you doing it, man. And some of these guys, I was like, I already told you, Andy, I can't wait to meet you person to person, J-Rock. Oh my God, if me and J-Rock was in the same market, we was in the same we'd kill him because I got, let me see, here in Atlanta, and I'm speaking of group members from Facebook. I got Chuck Lamar, Mike Dub, and Jam Pop. And they all can tell you, because I've gotten super busy. I've called them constantly on here. I got a gig. I can't do it. I got a gig. I can't do it. I don't mind looking out, and I know them. You know what I mean? So you give me, let me see, DJ Burnout, not Jump Down. Burnout, he's talking about moving to Atlanta. He's in Virginia. Other than his girl and her family, he don't have a real family. His family's in New York and stuff. So he was like, I'm coming to the A. He's been telling me this for 2 years. So I just spoke to him a couple of months ago about it. And he said he just told his girl they're getting ready to plan a move here. And I'm like, come on, man, so we can burn up Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do this. So let me see. Let me get to some of the.
I think a solid topic is talking on the mic. I know when I first got into like DJing in general, I was nervous to pick up the mic. And then when I would pick up the mic, I found myself talking too much. It's really easy to talk too much and go overboard with it.
Yeah.
I always figured you want to talk like a solid 8 bars. So if you're mixing 16 bars in, 16 bars out, you mix in 8 bars in, right? You already cut the track that you're going to transition out of. You got a solid 8 bars to talk. And then right when you're done with that, your song starts. So
Right.
With the DJ drop, you cut out a little early. I mean, you got 2 bars until your track kicks in on the one. You drop your DJ drop, nice, quick, easy flow. It's all mathematical, man. Like, that's all it is. I mean, that's all it is.
It's just like I said, how you take on to the camera from your videos, how strong you present yourself. It's the same with that on mic. Like, I had a nephew, I trained a DJ, because if people don't know, I was doing a lot of photography too. So, and I can't do both. I can't DJ a wedding and do the photography. So I trained my nephew. So he ran with me for 3 years, but he couldn't talk on the mic. So if I'm doing pictures and an announcement had to be made, they come get me and I'm taking pictures. I mean, I had wireless mics, 300 feet, whatever, but I had to make that announcement. I got a camera hanging around my neck and this is from there on. And I'm like,
yeah.
So my way, I was trying to teach him. He did never catch on because he's just that shy and quiet.
Yeah.
He can DJ, but he's just shy and quiet. And I told him the way I did it, and this is how I looked at it. I was not a mic person. I literally had to leave my zone. That's who I am as a person. Change my voice. My voice normally on a mic, because I'm actually behind the speakers, which throwing my voice out that way. So you're not gonna get it pure. So I won't come off too much like a boy. Hey y'all, listen. I had to literally, get into my DJ voice. Don't be ashamed of that, man. Some people say stand in the mirror, talk to yourself. So practice some lines. Don't take Andy Mack lines and take it to your event and do it, because you might say the wrong thing, but that's what you rehearsed. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. It's I always tell people, like, especially like for the club world, if you ever want to get on the mic, there's like a few key phrases that are gonna work every time. I mean, if you're playing prime time, you're playing a song that is dedicated to the ladies, whatever the ladies feeling it. It's the easiest thing to do to grab the mic and go, "Where all my single ladies at tonight?" Whoa, ah, whoa, that one key phrase down. If you're feeling good, make some fucking noise. Ah, who's fucking drunk? Ah, whoa, like it's easy. Like in a mobile gig, all you're doing is hyping up the crowd. So just tell them to put up their hands a couple times throughout the night. You're good to go. Make them to sing the song so you can cut it out and play with them. That's it. I mean, I think some people get too they overthink it, So I think that's where a lot
they
of people
start reading a term paper.
Yeah,
Ray H made a good comment. He said, "Correction: some DJs talk over to cover up their bad mixing."
Yeah,
that's a very true. Because
back in the day, when we would transition DJs in the club, I would just get on the mic while dudes are transitioning or whatever. If we didn't have another way to transition, I would get on the mic and just hype up the crowd. I mean, you just really need 30 seconds, But that's a good thing. Yeah, I mean, if you're train wrecking, you have to cut out early. You can always pick up the mic and go yeah, how y'all feeling tonight?
I did a wedding, man, and what was this? This was in September. And this guy comes up to me, and I know everyone that had this. This DJ comes, "Hey, how you doing, man? I'm a DJ too." Mm-hmm. You done had that. And this one DJ says, "Yeah, love your setup. I've never seen anything like this. I would like to connect with you." And I'm like, "Okay, where you from?" He said, "I'm from Chicago." I said, "Okay." I say, "How you plan to connect with me if you're in Chicago?" He said, I plan to come back and visit, man." So for those that don't know, don't look at this as a bragging thing, because there's nothing to brag about. But keyword, my last name, Mathis. So Greg Mathis, the judge on TV, is my uncle. Biological.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So so he says to me, he said, "Where you from?" I say, "I'm originally from Detroit." And I said, "But now I'm here in Atlanta." He says, "Oh man." He said, "I used to DJ out there in Detroit too for Greg Mathis." And I said, "Oh, my uncle. I ain't seen you in no events."
Wow.
But he's going on, and the gentleman gave me his card, was like, "I'm gonna connect with you." Now this was in September. I ain't heard from him yet. But I can tell by the way he was coming up, and he was looking at QSCs, the facades, the uplighting I had. He ain't never seen anything like this. And this is what I mean. And as you said, to quote J Rock, Google. You'll learn things, man. You'll learn things. Main Source Production says he's learned a lot from all of us. And that's just the same. I've learned from everybody I'm subscribed to on YouTube myself. That's why I'm subscribed to you. You know what I'm saying? I know I can DJ, but it's basically DJ, and there's a group on Facebook says this. I'm not even with the group, but it's the perfect thing. DJ idea sharing.
Oh yeah, I see that group.
Yeah, so but that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We in our group, Facebook group on YouTube, YouTube DJs on Facebook. I want to keep our numbers down. You know what I'm saying? Because once you go and you having that 500 to 1,000 or more people, it ain't gonna do nothing to create a bunch of havoc, because there's too many people that's not on the same level. Us, everybody in that group, except for Mike, because Mike believes he's on his own level, so it must be with everyone else. And it's not to disrespect Mike, because Mike does more than just DJ. He got bands and all that. But anyway,
he's more of an event production guy, and not really a DJ. So he kind of different.
So, but everybody else is on that same level, and we even got some DJs that's up and coming. They're DJs and they don't have facades, but they want to get there. You know, and they're smart enough to comment, post, ask a question in our group, and they're working on it. You know what I mean? So I don't look down on that. Now, we had a couple, now I think it's only one, but we had a couple of DJs in the group who didn't have a controller or turntables. They were just laptop and power speakers. And personally, I'm like, nah. I mean, you got to work on what you want to get, but you can't stay with that for 2 years. You feel what I'm saying? That's just the truth. You got to learn somewhere. Jason, y'all know who Jason is. Jason Stewart from Jamaica. him and I had a personal conversation, and I said, and he was one of them. He had his Behringer mixer, his laptop, some power speakers, and in Jamaica he was gigging his tail off. I said, wait till you get a hold of the turntables or a controller, so you're gonna be something different. And he jumped on that SX2 finally, and he messaged me. It was like, bro, you just ain't never lied. He feel different. He said it's so different, and soon as we started the blend challenges, he gets right in it, and that man made me so proud. He made me so proud.
I mean, if you're a DJ, I feel like it's very important to make it look like you DJ, like you're doing something, not just checking your email. I mean, yeah, you know, sometimes the crowd might not always understand or whatever, but I think it's a pride thing. I take pride in that, you know. I take pride in doing technical transitions and whatever, even if like the crowd thinks I'm just playing a remix, you know, and they don't
showmanship.
care. Yeah, you know, it's just what it is. It's different, and I mean, at the end of the night, I feel good about my set because I knew I did some shit, you know, and other DJs will know I did some shit. So I do it more out of the pride factor, but I think it's really hard for like a lot of guys to go really far just using a computer, like, and nothing else. You need to be able to manipulate your MP3s the way you need to.
Right.
You can't do that just with a computer.
No, you 100% right. So, but it's a lot of it's quite a few of them out there. And after Christmas, I think it's one or two in the group, and if they don't better themselves, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry. It's just the truth, man. I don't care if you got a controller or some turntables and you mix bad, but you have the actual tools.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about how you mix it. It's about being real with the craft, man. And the craft is having something to manipulate music with. You know what I'm saying? Not just virtual DJ and some power speakers.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we all were there at one point. I mean, I know I grew up I started DJing in the era where it was like that. You know, I started off just with the computer itself. I mean, when I started DJing, the most professional MIDI controller that you could get your hands on was a Vestex VCI 300. And that's when controllers were still kind of looked at, or for the most part, looked at as toys.
Yeah.
That was the first controller that was like, oh, this might work, you know? Yeah. I think the very first controller I ever wanted to get was the Numark Stealth controller. It was either that or the Omni controller.
I know which one you're talking about.
Oh, wow.
It was like Stealth Gray. That's when I started DJing. Like, I feel like there's everybody starts off in a different way, but I think I started off like in a weird like time, you know, because controllers are starting to get big, but a lot of people thought they were toys, and it was either CDJs or turntables. It's just one of those things, man.
I was one of them guys that said, "Oh, I would never buy a controller." Now I own the SZ and the SX. You know what I'm saying?
See, what's funny, when I stopped DJing, I was 1200s all day. And so in 2012, a friend of mine gave me a little Numark mix track. And I was like, wow, you could DJ on this and you could do blends? And so then I started looking at stuff. I was like, all right, I'm getting back into it. Just from the technology standpoint.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know, and I see DJs that got 1200s and they suck.
Yeah.
I see DJs with controllers and they suck. I see DJs with just a laptop, no controller, rock a party. And of course, I've seen DJs with turntables and controllers rock parties. So at the end of the day, the tools is just a tool. It comes down to, can you freaking rock a party? Are you a good DJ? Are you a good DJ?
Because I went to Mississippi. I went there and I met Jump Down. Not this year I'm speaking of. It was the next year I met Jump Down up there because I had my wife's cousin there book him to DJ their party. So, but anyway, the first year I went there for this party, it was this like huge luau, and this guy, knowing my knowledge of everything DJ, and I say, so he pulls up, he's looking around. I say, oh, you're a DJ, huh? He said, yeah. I said, what you rocking with? He named some SS Kresge style speakers I've never even heard of. And I'm like, what? What? He said, what you use? I said, QSC, altos, whatever. Name something.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point in general is he started DJing, and these ugly speakers, and I don't mean to disrespect this dude. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth. But I'm on that level of like, you came talking big stuff, so I'm thinking he gonna pull out something amazing. And he pulled out these gray hard shell powered speakers without a name on them, and virtual DJ Pro, and he sat down at a little like what you call it, the food tray that you sit down in.
TV tray.
Yeah,
That's what I got my laptop on right now.
Well, that's what you ain't DJing, and he plugged straight up to virtual DJ, and it sounded horrible. It was so staticky, and I'm sitting over there like, ain't this something? And I asked my wife's cousin, I said, what did you pay this dude? He said, oh man, $400. And my wife's cousin, he's a head honcho for FedEx, so he got a good income.
Yeah.
Gorgeous home, a lot of property, etc. No, dude, you wasted $400. This is $150 DJ.
$100 DJ.
Yeah, so he started saying like the next year. That's how Jump Down came in there. So he called me. He was like, Jay, you want to DJ Luau? He said, I hate to have you, load up all your equipment just to drive here and do. He said, but I'll pay you what you want. And I said, no, cuz I got a partner in Tennessee. He right on the border of Mississippi and Tennessee. So I think Jump Down's only stayed 20 minutes from this guy's, my wife's cousin's house. So I had him book Jump Down, man, and Jump Down came and he tore it up. Now, Jump Down can use a little help, and I don't mean that in a bad way. He's a sync DJ. So I'm sitting up there as soon as he started playing, and I'm like, look, I'm sure show you some couple of simple transitions. And he said, Jay, I got it. Okay, this is his equipment, his setup. So all I can do is step away. But he still did all right. But my point of bringing Jump Down up is, this was how many years ago? Jump Down, because I just spoke to him 2 days ago. Jump Down has a good income. He's now a military retiree. So he's getting his military salary, et cetera, and he's working. So I say, why don't you get rid of that mix track now, man, and go ahead and jump on something bigger? He said, no, I'm content with this. So some people, they don't want to move further.
Yeah.
I asked him, I said, now if I brought the SZ, would you touch it? He said, no, it's too many buttons.
Okay. Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
All right, on that point, we can do a quick sponsor break. We can shout out our sponsors and we'll be right back. This show has been brought to you by J Mathis Entertainment. Make sure you visit www.jmathisentertainment.com, 678-650-0917. Visit today.
Power Jams DJs. We have the talent and expertise to make your event a success. More than just DJs, exciting music and entertainment with lighting enhancements to create elegant atmosphere and lively dance floors. Trust us to use our array of services to create a fun and memorable experience. Corporate and community events, weddings, and private celebrations, Power Jams DJs can bring your ideas to life with ambiance. Call today to learn more.
All right, we're back.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight, man. And I want to give a big shout out to Andy Mack. It was a pleasure to have this gentleman on, man. And if for those of you that may not be subscribed to him, check him out on YouTube at the DJ Cafe. Am I correct there?
Yeah.
Cafe. Get at him, man. This guy's amazing. And for me, if you want to follow me on YouTube, it's DJ J Mathis. Just hit that up and you'll be on my page. And J Rock is yours, Power Jam DJ?
Yeah, Power Jam DJs on Facebook, YouTube, on Instagram, Play My Demo. And also on the web, if you visit playmydemo.com, it'll take you to a shortcut to some of our fantastic work, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, and I'm gonna let Andy get the mic, and then we're gonna close it out. We're gonna finish it up. But I'm just the same, man. You want to find me on Facebook? Just look up J Mathis. And on Instagram, it's J Mathis Entertainment. Andy, go ahead and give them your taglines, buddy, so they can find you.
Yo, what up? So Instagram, Andy Mac that DJ. Facebook, just Andy Mac. That's my personal page or my fan page or whatever. But hit me up on my personal page, because if you hit me up on my fan page, I probably won't hit you back. I'm being real with you. YouTube.com/the DJ Cafe with a K. Going forward, just trying to make it a movement. Before we log off, though, I want to say shout out to everybody involved in this whole thing. There's a lot of groups on Facebook, but you don't really find a lot of groups that really fuck with each other like this one does. I mean, I'm a member of like a lot of groups, DJ groups on Facebook, and nobody's ever really reached out to me and tried to contact, even video chatted with me. So be appreciative of our group in general. I mean, huge shouts out to Jay for putting this all together. I mean, in general, keeping us all in check. When it comes to DJing, make sure it's something that it's something that you love to do and that you're just not doing for the money, because we need more DJs in the culture, pushing the culture forward. Don't just try to do good for yourself. Try to do good to inspire. At one point in your career, I'm pretty sure you're a DJ that was being inspired. So now, if you're a veteran, inspire, because there's a lot of young guys coming up and there's not enough help and there's too much hate. So make sure it's less hate and more help for the young guys. I mean, I'm right in that middle. I'm not a vet. I'm not a super young guy. I'm right in the middle. But from the outside looking in, I mean, there's definitely more room for us to help the younger DJs coming up. So that's all I want to say, man. But shouts out to everybody in this shit, man. This is dope.
One more thing, y'all. If you guys are interested in joining YouTube DJs on Facebook, just go to Facebook and type in YouTube DJs and look for our logo, because I think it's a copycat out there. It's not the same. But read the about sections. There are requirements to be members of this group, and like I said, every DJ in this group, I consider some elite DJs, man, because these guys they're strong in everything that they do. And I want to give a plug. Also, look for Andy Mac's group, the DJ Cafe on Facebook. Also, you know what I'm saying. And you got J Rock's other group, Empower.
Yeah, we got Empower DJs on Facebook, and also I just started a new group called the Industry Insiders. So look for those on Facebook, and we'll put them in the description. That way y'all can apply to get in the groups. And don't forget, it's no foolishness. If you're not about sharing, dropping knowledge, your chances are limited. If you're trying to lurk and just get free tracks, nah, we don't want you.
All right. Once again, everybody, thank you for watching. I am DJ J Mathis.
I'm DJ J Rock.
I'm Andy Mac, motherfucker.
We appreciate y'all. Catch us on the next episode. We got something special coming next. We'll see y'all when we see y'all. We out.
Peace.